morning. Today we're talking clove and the cheer blend. I am Stacey Cahill and I am so excited that you're joining me for the Essential Oils A to Z class. Thank you for those of you that can take the time to join me live, and thank you for those that take the time during your week to stop and listen to the recordings, and especially when you reach out to me and let me know what you're learning or what you have enjoyed. I really love hearing back from you. Feel free to comment back on here or in our Facebook page, the Essential Wholeness Team Facebook group. I love to hear what you guys are thinking of the classes and suggestions you have. So today we're going to jump right in and we are talking about clove. We're going to start there. Now, clove is an oil that is a single oil. Many of us know it as a spice that we use for cooking, but clove is a very powerful essential oil. And there are so many different notes here for it, so bear with me. But some of the common primary uses for clove essential oil are to aid in tobacco addiction or to release that. It's a powerful antioxidant. It helps with blood clots. It can help with detoxing and cleansing your gut, especially if you're suffering from candida. It can be powerful support for your eyes or for cataracts. It's a disinfectant. It can help with fungal infections. It's a good one for hormonal balancing, hypothyroidism, liver cleansing, muscle aches, memory, metabolism. If you are in an environment that has mold, diffusing clove can be really powerful. It's a great one for toothaches and for tooth pain, for wounds, for warts, for viral infections. It's a great support for macular degeneration, lupus, as well as herpes simplex, and can be supportive for those with Hodgkin's disease. So as you can see, there's a ton of different ways that we can use the clove oil. And of course, not being a doctor myself, I can't go into any of the specifics as how to use it for some of the different diseases, but look those all up. There's a ton of research online, especially on our online platforms or books like the apps, the Essential Life app or the Modern Essentials app, talk a lot about those different things. But first of all, let's break it down a little bit more. Clove is an oil that can be a little bit irritating to some skin, so you want to use it diluted, just a 50-50 dilution, 1 drop oil, 1 drop carrier oil for most topical use. It can be used to put on your reflex points depending on what area of the body you are trying to support. It could be rubbed directly on your gums or your teeth, especially if you're having tooth pain or having any sort of dental issues. Using clove can be really powerful for that. In fact, many of you have probably first experienced clove oil either with the over-the-counter or through your dentist getting some kind of numbing agent for tooth pain or irritation. And that's usually just pure clove essential oil. You can also place a little bit on the tip of your finger, rub it on your tongue, and that can help remove the desire to smoke. Or you can place a little bit on the back of your tongue to fight those tickling, irritating coughs. We also can diffuse clove, but if you're diffusing clove just a tiny bit, otherwise it can irritate the nasal membranes, especially if you're doing a lot of clove. I've had people who've decided they love the smell of clove and they just want to do 4 or 5 drops, and then they realize after an hour or two that it affects your whole respiratory system. So really, if you want to diffuse clove, totally safe, totally harmless, go ahead and do it, but just do maybe 1 drop of clove in your diffuser mixed with some other oils. So some of the different properties that clove oil have: it's an analgesic and an antibacterial. It's antifungal, anti-infectious, antispasmodic, anti-inflammatory. It's a strong antiseptic. It's anti-tumor, antiviral, the disinfectant. I already mentioned it's an antioxidant, and it's an immune stimulant. Historically, clove was used for skin infections and digestive upset, including internal parasites, but it's most known historically for its use with toothaches. The French have used clove oil to help with memory deficiency, pain, the plague, toothache, intestinal parasites, and impotence. Some other possible uses for clove oil is as a drawing salve. It helps to pull infection out. So it's not necessarily one I would put directly on an open wound, but you could definitely, if you have an irritation or a wound, put clove and do like a circle around that. What that means is, say you have like a wound here, instead of putting the oil right on it, you just do a circle around it so that the oil can work in the general area, but not necessarily right inside the infection. Clove is also one of the ingredients in our On Guard oil, so many of you are familiar with it in that way. And here's some other possible uses. It can be great for halitosis, bad breath. It can help with insect control as a natural insecticidal, especially for those of you that do your own home gardening. You can find many recipes on the doTERRA blog and just in general about using your essential oils to make a spray for your plants to help keep the insects away. It can be great to help relieve the itching and the irritation from poison oak or from nettles. It's a great oil to support cardiovascular health, digestive health, immune support, and respiratory support. Again, it's one that we use often topically, internally, as well as aromatically. This oil blends really, really well with basil, bergamot, cinnamon, clary sage, grapefruit, lavender, lemon, orange, peppermint, rose, rosemary, and ylang ylang. So there's a powerhouse of things that we know that we can do with the clove oil. So I have to find my other notes here. But the most commonly what I think of when I think of clove is pain relieving, it's comforting, and it's revitalizing. Clove does come from a long-lived evergreen tree that has a very glossy green leaf with rosy pink buds. It becomes really fragrant red flowers and has a purple fruit. We steam distill from the bud. That's where we get our clove oil. And the clove bud has a fresh, fruity top notes and deep, sweet, spicy undertones. Clove oil, let's see. Some of this I already told you about the drawings have. It may improve mental clarity and memory and create a feeling of expanded courage and a sense of well-being. Clove oil can encourage sleep and stimulative, vivid dreams. So if you were listening to last week, maybe pair clove and clary sage together in your diffuser at night if you want to have some really crazy, vivid, wild dreams about your future, where you're going. Clove is a mental, emotional, and subtle energy tonic, and it's both restorative and stimulating. So clove oil, for those that are interested in the antioxidant properties of it, the higher the ORAC score is, the more capable that particular food or oil is in destroying free radicals, thus retarding the aging process and preventing diseases and other cellular malfunctions. So the ORAC score for clove essential oil, well, first of all, let's do some other ones. Sandalwood is about 1,655 score. Rosemary, another antioxidant oil, has 3,309 as an ORAC score. Cinnamon bark is 103,448, whereas clove is 10,786,875. So as you can see, if you follow the antioxidant part and know how great antioxidants are for your body in preventing those free radicals, clove is a powerhouse. That's also why we have clove often seen in some of our cellular supports, our On Guard, and our Lifelong Vitality part. But Lifelong Vitality pack, because it's just such a powerhouse in all of those different things. So Dr. Hill has taught us many ways over the years of giving many examples of the same principles of why essential oils are such effective healing and age reversing for all of us. But first, they clean the receptor sites on the surfaces of cells, allowing the proper transfer of hormones and peptides and neurotransmitters and all those other intercellular messages. And then secondly, the essential oils help the deprogramming of bad information that has gloomed onto the RNA gold card. This is your special recipe for cell reproduction for perfect cells. And clove is one of those crucial oils that can help aid that entire process. So do a little bit more research, find out more about your antioxidants, how they work on a cellular level, and know that clove oil is going to be a powerhouse for that. If you are looking at just a couple of recipes, we talked a lot about clove for toothaches and gum aches and just applying it topically. I also have made mouth rinses for those that have had oral surgery, and clove oil is in there both because it helps to numb some of the pain that can be associated with that, as well as just to keep it clean and powerhouse with those antioxidants. For a group immunity, diffusing clove and wild orange with a little bit of cinnamon, it can be a powerhouse just to help overall support immune systems. When there's a large gathering of people that can all bring their own flavor to share. Notice cinnamon, clove, wild orange, those are all in On Guard. So you would make sense that you would diffuse something like On Guard. Now, I often get asked about neuropathy and neuropathy of the feet, and clove is an oil that I would use in a recipe for that. 3 drops of clove, 6 drops of aroma touch, 3 drops of lemon, 3 drops of cypress. Mix that combination together in a roller bottle and then apply it to the feet and ankles about every 3 hours throughout the day, and then put thick cotton socks on. Make sure you're drinking lots of water because that can also stimulate some cleansing of the body, but that can be a great way to help those people that you're working with that have neuropathy of the feet. Another recipe that features clove is for an all-purpose digestive aid. Now this one you mix with 2 ounces of fractionated coconut oil, and then to that you add 3 drops of clove, 3 drops of basil, 2 drops of rosemary, 2 drops of thyme, 1 drop of coriander, 1 drop of ginger, and 1 drop of peppermint. You can put that all in with that fractionated coconut oil, store it in a glass container, and then just shake it up and rub that mixture over your entire abdomen twice daily or as needed for an all-purpose just digestive support. And the last recipe I'll share on clove is for circulation and boosting body circulation. And that is, again, mix it ahead of time with 2 ounces of fractionated coconut oil, 3 drops of clove, 3 drops of rosemary, 4 drops of lemon, 2 drops of geranium, 2 drops of myrrh, 1 drop ginger, and 1 drop vetiver. And then after you mix that all together, apply it to the bottom of your feet before you go out in the cold or just throughout the day. I use that because the circulation helps keep me warm. But you can do it just throughout the day, right before bed, if you have need a little extra support in circulatory system. Now, the last part of clove essential oil, of course, is the emotional benefits. And the emotional benefits of clove, it's the oil of boundaries. This is a powerhouse for those people that are constantly feeling like they are doing so much for everybody else, or that they just need to set stronger boundaries for themselves. Clove oil supports individuals in letting go of the victim mentality or feeling like they are over-influenced by other people and outside circumstances. Clove oil assists individuals in letting go of patterns of self-betrayal and codependency by connecting with their personal integrity. It reignites the soul fire and can assist anytime there have been damage related to childhood pain, trauma, or abuse. Clove is helpful for breaking free of patterns of abuse by restoring the victim's sense of self and helping them regain strength to stand up for their needs. So there's some of the emotional benefits of the clove oil. And we're going to jump right into Cheer. Now, Cheer is another oil. It is a blend. It's part of the emotional aromatherapy blend. And our Cheer oil consists of clary sage, lavender, bergamot, Roman chamomile, cedarwood, ylang-ylang, geranium. Oh, sorry. No, that's totally wrong. I'm reading clary calm, not Cheer. I'm so sorry. Like, wait, right next to it, the Cheer. I'm like, that's not right. Cheer has orange, clove, star anise, lemon myrtle, nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, cinnamon, and zadravids. I don't know that one. That's a new one to me. The Cheer oil is one that we have in a 5 ml pure essential oil, or we have it in the touch line, which means it's diluted with the fractionated coconut oil and ready to roll on for emotional support. Now, with the whole emotional aromatherapy product line, those are all designed in both ways, where you can use them as the pure oil to put in your diffuser or as a touch to use topically. These are not oils that we use internally, and much like we've talked about with some of the other emotional oils, is that Cheer is going to help those people who are looking for a little bit more happiness, a little more joy, finding the good in what's happening in their circumstances. Likewise, if you have someone who just feels very stuck, if they are very negative, they're stuck in a negative mindset, or they just have a lot of stress and strain going on in their life and having a hard time finding the positive, the Cheer oil is a beautiful blend to help pick them up and just give them a warm hug and carry them on. The Cheer oil is one that is truly a favorite for many people because of that ability to just support and to love on people in an oil form. Now, the Cheer oil is emotionally, it's the oil for cheerfulness. So this blend is citrus and spices. It's formulated to assist those who are in need of cheerfulness. Wow, hold on. Sorry. It is especially helpful for individuals who feel heavy-hearted or who have been weighed down by many challenges in life. Encountering repeated trials over an extended period of time can have crippling effects and may even create an expectation of permanent suffering with no hope or relief. And Cheer oil is going to help bring that hope, bring some relief, and help them to calm down and be able to face life in a new way. So those are our two oils for today, Clove and Cheer. I hope you were able to learn a little bit. Excuse me, and embrace these oils, bring them into your home, tell us how you're using them and what benefits you're finding from them. I look forward to seeing you next week when we talk about our next two essential oils in the A to Z line.